Hi, and welcome to another powerful PowerPoint series video. Today we are covering PowerPoint 2010, the basics. To create a presentation, you would open PowerPoint on your desktop or from the Start menu, go to File, New, Blank Presentation, and Create. The first slide you will see is a title slide. You just click to add a title, and your subtitle is there. It's a great place for your name, the date, organization, or if you're in school, a class. The menu bar is the top bar that you see in any PowerPoint. It includes tabs, which have a section to each one, which we call groups. For example, the Home button has the clipboard, slides, fonts, and paragraph settings, where Insert has information on images and other things you might insert into your PowerPoint. When you insert a new slide, you can click on the button and that will open up the default slide. The default slide is title and content slide, and it will basically give you a title slide and then the option to add text or any of the other that you see in these small graphics, such as a table, a chart, picture from a file, clip art, media. The minute you click one of those little images, that box becomes, for example, a picture box. If you click text, it becomes a text box. Now, this is the title and content slide. So if you'll notice, when I click here and start typing, it now becomes a text box and those options go away. If, however, I deleted that bulleted list, these come back and I could click any of these, such as a picture file, go out quickly, and there is an image that I inserted. And you'll notice there are no more icons. It has just become a picture. The down arrow, which is located in any menu item or in most menu items, means more choices. So underneath that new slide, you saw the words new slide and a small arrow. That small arrow means there are more choices. If you look to the right over here, you see if you click on that down arrow, you will see all of these choices in Office 2010. To insert a blank slide, which allows you to be maybe a little more creative, you just click on New Slide, the down arrow, and click on Blank. Adding a text box is very easy. You go to the Insert tab, click Text Box, and then you type in the text box. So we would go to Insert, Text Box. We left click, hold it down, drag it. It will only be as big as the size of the text. So if I wanted it to be bigger, I would click 32, and now the text box is bigger. And we're going to talk about text in just a second, how to change it. Font settings are on the Home tab, and you can set your font type, the size of your font using the numbers or the up and down A letter. You can make it bold, italics, underline it by clicking these buttons, shadow, or change the color. Notice a down arrow meaning more choices. To dress up your text box, you can use something called Quick Styles. And Quick Styles, if you'll notice, gives you, when you use the down arrow, more choices. So we're going to go to the Insert, Text Box, create a text box. And once I have it here, notice I am in the Home tab now because I started typing. And because you're typing and text is involved, again, I can change this just to show you some of those text options. I would highlight my text by holding down the left mouse button, and I can click bold, italics, underline, and even shadow. And I can change the color by using the down arrow and use the standard colors, and just by rolling over any of them I can see what that color would look like. Or I can click on more colors and it will bring up a wheel. This does not allow me to see the changes, however, except over here. So if I chose blue and say OK, then my text will be blue. I can highlight my text again and unclick anything that I didn't want. If I wanted it to be back to black, I could just, again, see if you'll notice I'm just running my cursor over these colors and I choose black. So now to give it a little bit more pizzazz, in the home button you'll find quick styles, and these are quick styles that you can grab to dress up your text box, and I'm going to choose this one. And now I have a text box that looks almost like a button. Change the size, and again, if I want to move a text box, I just put my cursor over the box until I see the 4 arrows, and then I can move it wherever I want it. Adding shapes to a slide is a little different than text, but very simple. Go to your Insert on the menu bar, find the Shapes icon, and look for the down arrow, which means More. These are all the shapes that you can find under More. These are action buttons, callouts, stars and banners, flowcharts, equations, block arrows, and some basic shapes, as well as lines, which you see in action in my PowerPoint. So adding text to these shapes that you might create, you just right-click on the shape and edit text. You can also use that quick style that we used before. We're going to the Insert tab. We're going to go to Shapes, the down arrow, and look at all these different shapes. For today, I'm going to choose a cylinder. Hold down my left mouse button and drag it to the size that I want it. Double-clicking on it will bring up Style Shapes, and you can use those quick styles very simply, but be careful. As you can see, if I chose the same style I chose for the text box, I lose the cylinder. So I'll come back up and notice there's my cylinder again, and I can keep my cylinder. So you just have to be aware of those types of changes. So to add text, I just right-click and it will say Edit Text. I click in there, and there we go. We have a shape with text. Now the difference with text is it will only be as big as the text box, but the shape you can make bigger and your text will say pretty much the same. If you highlight your text, you can go back to the home button and use this increase. And if you'll notice, my text still stays fairly true to the text. So that is how to make sure it's highlighted and you have the icons around the shape, and then you can choose the home button, and Quick Styles is there as well. To save your slideshow, and I advise you to save often, go to the File, which is in the upper left-hand corner, choose Save As, and save to a location you can access from any computer, a network drive, cloud drive, USB. Reason being, if you're on a different computer, you can still access your PowerPoint, even now using iOS devices, Android devices, or Microsoft Office, such as a Surface or a phone. Once you've changed and saved it, the menu bar on the top will say the name of your PowerPoint. The next time you save, all you have to do is hit Save, and it will save it to the same location. To insert images into your PowerPoint, you go to the Insert tab, and you can insert a picture or clip art. There are other options, but we're keeping this basic. You can open it from a file you already have on your computer, your desktop, your cloud, Or you can use Microsoft's clip art and put in photos or GIFs. They'll call them videos when you do the search. And you can search through their thousands of pictures and images to insert. Inserting a picture. This is a picture from a file on your computer, and the files could be, again, on many different drives. So we'll go to Insert, Picture. It opens up your files. We'll go here to Daisy Claire, and we'll grab a picture of her. Pictures sometimes will come in very large. You can grab a handle, allow it to keep its perspective, and there's your picture. To insert clip art, you Insert tab. From that Images group, choose Clip Art. The Clip Art panel will open on your right-hand side. You'll notice that you can click on this down arrow and change what you are searching for. Illustrations, photos, videos, and audio. Don't be thinking that when you search for videos you're finding a YouTube video. These are little GIFs. They're moving pictures that we many times see in PowerPoint. Animated moving GIFs. You can unclick these and just search for photos or just illustrations. The default is all are checked, and you will get a thumbnail of images, as you can see here, as well as illustrations. And if you see a little star by one of these, you'll notice those are actually moving GIFs. If the image is too large, you can resize it, as we showed earlier, by grabbing a handle in a corner, and it will allow it to keep its perspective. If you were to grab here or here, you would either make your dog very, very squatty, and this one would make it very short. It would lose its perspective. If you grab this one, it will move all the handles at one time. Insert, Clip Art. We'll search for dog. This is the down arrow. You do not have to change any of these, but I would like to show you what one of those videos that we talk about would look like. So I'm going to let it search, and you'll notice they have little stars next to them. If you choose this down arrow and preview, you'll see what that will look like in your PowerPoint during the slideshow. So you can also do the next, and it will show you all the different little videos and what they would look like. And we'll choose that one, so we'll close it. It will end with that one being highlighted. This allows me to insert or copy it. I'm just going to double click on it, and it inserts it as well. If I try to make it too big, it gets a little blurry. So note that GIFs are normally fairly small, and you don't see the movement here. You will not see the movement until you go to Slideshow, and we'll play from current slide, and now we'll see the little movement. Viewing as a slideshow, which you've seen me go back and forth to. You go to the Slideshow tab in the Start Slide group, and you can choose from beginning, or as I have been doing through the show, from your current slide. To print a presentation, you go to File, and then click Print. Under the Print What, you do one of the following. You can print all slides, print only the slide that is currently displayed, or a range of slides. We're going to go to File, Print. I can print copies, one or more, by the up and down arrow. Choose your printer by using the down arrow. Print all slides. If I choose the arrow, I can choose a custom slide. Maybe I only want 2 or 3 slides. I can also say that I want the slides and notes, 2 slides per page, or maybe I want 6 slides, and it would give me 6 slides per page. I want to thank you for watching PowerPoint 2010 Basics Part 1, and we hope you'll subscribe to the Peppytechie's video channel and get more videos by the Peppytechie. Thank you. And don't forget to like.